Back to Alan's allotment, guys. It's Saturday the 18th of June 2022. So we're finally taking the front off this compost bay because I want to turn some compost over pretty quick this year. I've spent a fortune on compost and I want to start producing my own pretty quickly. And what I did is I actually had all four, including this, plastic coated, and there was no air getting in there properly. Yes, it still breaks down and yes, it will still compost. However, I want to let the air in through this pallet here. Sorry about the noise of the generator. I obviously need that running for to do what I'm going to do. So what we've done is we've basically just taken this chisel in the top of these blocks and knocked them in about halfway to give us a start. And now I'm going to use the crocodile saw and hopefully we'll be able to just make short work of these. And as you can see, that one's free. So is that one. Right, and there we have it. So that's the back taken off the pallet, including these blocks. They weigh an absolute ton, these pallets, but yeah, it needed doing and I'm pleased it's done now. And there we have what I need, which is basically the gate complete with airflow. Now if you could put chicken mesh on the back of this as well, and you're still going to get your airflow and it would just help to stop some falling through. But to be honest, I don't envisage that happening, and if it does, it's only a second or two to clean up and throw it back in again, I suppose. So we're just going to put the hinges back on now and screw this back here, and then we're going to modify this one as well. Right, so there we have it, guys. What it also does, it gives me more room to make more compost. Because I've got a channel in there now 4 inches wide where the backside of the pallet was finished, so it gives me all that extra space there now as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start, as you can see, this was full, you can see how it's dropped, but so has the temperature. So this needs turned now, so we're going to start turning this into here and modify this pallet and take this back section off. Right, so we've got this second one cut down as well now, and I've took a top layer off here. As you can see, it is starting to break down and there's green layers in there as well. So I took a layer off here and covered over this. We'll need to cut the grass again shortly, maybe tomorrow even, so we'll get some more grass on and then we'll start moving this and keep adding nitrogen to it each time we turn it until I'm happy, and then we'll leave it to finish off. Right, so while we have the tools here, we've done this one as well, and the protrusion, we've cut that off as well because I wanted that to sit that way up. We've got this one taller rather than wide. So that's that one done as well. As you can see, I don't know what it is, but something is digging. It's just digging the whole place up after I've just done it all. All along here, all over the place. Right along the edges of the fences. Absolute pain it is, whatever it is. I think it's birds, could be a rabbit. It looks like it's, or even a rat, it looks like it's trying to dig under things and up again and under the beds, so could be a rat, a mole, a rabbit. I really don't know, but it's basically making holes all over the place. It's still tidy and it's still finished. It's just an annoyance because I keep finding myself coming over and basically going like this and trying to fill the holes back in, but it's totally pointless. But the thing is, if I don't push it back up against the edges of the bed, then potentially the weeds will come through again, and that's what's really annoying me more than anything. But yeah, it's digging all over the place, as you can see, guys. Right, so from the last video as well, if you remember, we harvested the potatoes out of that top bed. We've now got a full box of fish blood and bone between these two beds on top of the turned over soil stroke compost, and then I've put another 4 bags of compost with added seaweed on top of here, and likewise with here, and we've topped these beds back up again now. So that's now giving me in there a good 10 to 12 inches of depth, and those beds are ready to go for the next crops. Right, so basically I decided, looked around to see what else I could do today, and I've basically put this bamboo screening down this fence, basically to hide the mesh behind it basically, and it'll act as a bit of a windbreaker. It's temporarily fixed. I need someone on the other side of the fence to thread the cable ties through to me so I can thread them back so I can go across the middle. It's tied across the top and it's stapled with a big staple gun across where there's any timber, but I do want some in the middle as well on that wire fence, and we knocked a post in behind this post here on the opposite side just to tighten that post up, but I think it really needs another one in down here. But yeah, it's up for now. Hopefully we're not going to get any more gales like we've been getting, and then we'll be able to get this finished cable tied and another post put in to strengthen it, and then I might do the same with this. I don't know yet, but we might. So we've harvested some rhubarb. I might pull these taters tomorrow, I don't know. I see the little cauliflowers are just starting to get little tiny cauliflowers on now, about that big. Got thousands of strawberries on here, but they're not ripening. We haven't had any sun to ripen them basically. All the dwarf French beans are doing really well, as are the carrots and the peas. So I'm happy enough with that. I've harvested the last of these lettuces now. The ones that had gone slightly over are in the compost bay. And we took a harvest of kale off this kale in here, strung up the garlic. So we've got a little harvest now. We've managed to salvage 2 of those lettuces, 2 little hearts, some rhubarb, cut a small cabbage and some kale. So we take that down and we'll make use of that. I noticed these potatoes have already started to come. These are the first earlies stroke second earlies that I decided to put in here right after the garlic came out, and everyone's came up, all 9 of them. And the second earlies also that came up in here. Right, that's pretty much it. I've had enough. I'm going home for some food. Little and often, as they say. Got quite a bit done, and tomorrow's another day, and we'll come up and we can do a little bit more. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Please stay safe, be practical, and keep yourselves out of harm's way. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again in the next video.